The Lost Kingdom and the Brave Heart. Once upon a time, in a distant land, there was a once prosperous kingdom called Eldoria. It was known for its golden fields, sparkling rivers, and a castle that touched the clouds. But one day, a terrible curse fell upon Eldoria. The fields dried up, the rivers turned dark, and the people lost all hope. A wicked sorceress, Morgana, had cast the spell because the former king had refused to bow to her. Over time, Eldoria became known as the Lost Kingdom, for no one who entered ever returned. Many warriors had tried to break the curse, but none succeeded. The kingdom was swallowed by mist, and only those with the purest of hearts could find their way inside. In a faraway village, a young boy named Leo lived with his grandmother. Though he was just a shepherd, he had a heart filled with kindness and courage. He helped the needy, treated animals with care, and never turned away anyone in trouble. One evening, an old traveler arrived in the village, weak and hungry. While others ignored him, Leo rushed to his side, offering warm soup and a blanket. The old man smiled. "You have a kind heart, young one. In return, I give you this," he said, handing Leo a golden feather. "This is a phoenix feather. It will light your way through darkness and protect you from harm." Leo thanked him, unaware that this small act of kindness would soon lead him to his greatest adventure. One night, Leo had a dream. A beautiful woman in a golden crown spoke to him. "Leo, you have a pure heart. You must save Eldoria and break the curse," she said. Leo woke up with determination. He packed some bread, took his wooden staff, and set off towards the Lost Kingdom. After days of walking, he reached a thick fog where Eldoria once stood. The phoenix feather in his hand began to glow, guiding him forward. Step by step, the mist parted, and before him stood a kingdom frozen in time, its castle covered in thorns, its people turned to stone. As Leo walked through the lifeless kingdom, he heard a soft voice. "Young traveler, wait." To his surprise, a golden fox appeared. "My name is Felix. I was once a royal advisor, but Morgana turned me into this form. You are the first person to enter Eldoria in years. Why have you come?" "I have come to break the curse," Leo said firmly. Felix's eyes shone with hope. "Then you must find the crystal of light hidden in the dark tower. Only its power can defeat Morgana. But be warned, she will try to stop you at every step." Leo nodded. "I am ready." Leo and Felix journeyed through the forest of whispers, where trees murmured and shadows moved. Suddenly, a deep voice echoed, "Turn back, boy, or be lost forever." Leo gripped his feather tightly, whispering, "Fear will not stop me." A shadowy beast emerged, its eyes glowing red. But instead of running, Leo stepped forward. "I mean no harm. Let me pass." The beast hesitated. No one had ever spoken kindly to it before. With a growl, it stepped aside. The phoenix feather's glow grew stronger, and the dark path turned into a golden bridge. Felix smiled. "You defeated darkness with kindness. That is your greatest strength." At sunrise, they reached a shimmering river. "This is the river of reflection," Felix said. "You must cross it, but beware, if you have doubts in your heart, the river will swallow you." Leo gazed at his reflection. The water showed him memories of his past, times he was afraid, moments he felt unworthy. For a moment, doubt filled his heart. Am I truly strong enough to save Eldoria? Then he remembered his grandmother's words, "True strength comes from believing in yourself and never giving up." With renewed confidence, he stepped onto the water. Instead of sinking, he walked across the surface. The river had accepted him. After days of travel, they reached the dark tower, where Morgana lived. Thunder roared, and the ground trembled. Morgana appeared, her eyes burning like fire. "So, a mere shepherd dares to challenge me," she sneered. Leo stood firm. "Your curse has caused enough pain. It is time to end it." Morgana laughed and unleashed a storm of dark magic. But as the lightning struck, Leo raised the phoenix feather, and a golden shield surrounded him. Morgana's eyes widened. "Impossible. Leo ran past her and climbed the tower. At the top, he found the crystal of light, glowing softly. He touched it, and suddenly, a powerful light filled the sky. Morgana screamed as the light shattered her dark magic. The thorns around the castle disappeared, the stone people came back to life, and the rivers and fields flourished once more. Morgana fell to her knees. "I was blinded by greed and power," she whispered. "I see now that true strength lies in kindness and courage." Leo, instead of punishing her, offered his hand. It is never too late to change. For the first time in centuries, Morgana wept, not out of anger, but out of regret. As the darkness faded, the true king of Eldoria, King Eldrick, awoke from his long slumber. "Young Leo," he said, placing a hand on his shoulder, "you have done what no warrior could. You saved us not with weapons, but with kindness and bravery." Felix transformed back into his human form, and the people of Eldoria cheered for their hero. Leo was offered riches and titles, but he humbly said, "I am just a shepherd. I only wish to return home." The king smiled. "Then know this, Eldoria will always be your home, too." Leo returned to his village, where he continued his simple life, forever remembered as Leo, the brave heart, the boy who saved a kingdom with kindness.